Hey there, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every week, I come into your life really to do three things. I want to multiply your life, multiply your money. Wouldn't it be nice right now? And multiply your business. And for years and years, I've been thinking about what I've been doing with teams across the country. And it's this one thing that you're in store for today. It is, how do you build a competitive intelligence where you have a slight advantage over everybody else? That's what we're covering today on Super Coach.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Michael Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Welcome back to Super Coach. I'm Coach Michael Burt at the Greatness Factory today. Diego Rodriguez said, flex them muscles, Coach. See what we've been working on. Look at that there, big guy. Come on, big guy. I put a lot of time and energy into these things every morning. So thank you for noticing. I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every week, I'm coming into your life to bring you some positive news and strategy and technique and tactic. And today, I want to coach you on how to build a competitive intelligence. You see, I go all the way back to when I was an elementary basketball coach at 18 years old, and I only coach one part of a person's nature, the body. I coached the body. Maybe I coached a little bit of the mind, maybe a little bit of the heart, maybe a little bit of the spirit. But then at 18 years old, I get exposed to something. Like I was just on a podcast and they were asking me, like, how do you raise a person's awareness? Well, the way you raise a person's awareness is you expose them to something they've never seen before. So at 18 years old, I'm at a coaching clinic with Don Meyer, and he says, if you don't pick up another book this year, pick up a copy of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And for those of you that follow me, you've heard this story, right? So I've never read a personal growth book in my life. I have no idea what these 7 habits are. I go down and I pick up The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It exposed me to a methodology, right? Like Covey had the 7 habits. Lencioni had the 5 dysfunctions of teams. Wayne Dyer had the power of intention. Jim Collins had good to great. Like there was all of these methodologies that I was now exposed to. And I'm like, whoa. And at first, I didn't understand it. Like he's talking about the whole person, body, mind, heart, and spirit. How do you tap into the whole person? And I go, you know what? I don't really understand what he's talking about, but I'm going to read it again. And 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 I went back and I reread this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I bet 10 times till I finally understood what a paradigm was. It wasn't a paradigma, by the way. I finally understood personality ethic. But what I really sunk my teeth in was this idea of growing the whole person. Body, mind, heart, spirit. The body's need is to live. It's where discipline lives. Okay? It's where skill resides. Don't miss this, Calicia Dow. The mind's need is to learn, to grow. It's where knowledge lives. The heart's need is to love and be loved. It's where prey drive, emotional toughness lives. And the spirit's need is to connect to higher power, to leave a legacy, to matters, where confidence lives. Now, when I learn these things, I'm thinking, all right, I'm on to something. I am now going to coach my team through this category, these different categories. I'm going to try to touch their body. I'm going to touch their mind. I'm going to touch their heart. And I'm going to touch their spirit. I'm going to touch all 4 parts of their nature. In essence, I'm going to nourish all 4 parts of their nature because all 4 parts need to be fed in a consistent manner. So you start saying, well, how did you do this? Well, obviously we practice conditioning, weightlifting, skill development. That was body. Then we would do mental training, mental training, success academies, leadership academy, whole person theory, 7 habits of highly effective people. That was mental training. Then we would have times where we did emotional toughness, where we would have emotional prey drive training, where we would challenge the players and put them in uncomfortable situations and push them to grow. That was prey drive training for the heart. Also for the heart, it was appreciating, noticing how hard they work, recognizing that. And you say, well, how do we have spiritual training? You know, there were a couple years that I actually went to church with my players. They could sign up and I would go to church with them on Sundays and worship wherever they worshiped at. That was spiritual training, confidence training. Now, all of this, you say, what's the purpose of all this, Coach? If I could give you an unfair advantage, would you take it? If I could give you a competitive intelligence, see, IQ for the mind, PQ for the body, EQ for the heart, SQ for the spirit. Competitive intelligence is when you have all of these parts of your nature clicking at a very high frequency. You got the body, you got the mind, you got the heart, and you got the spirit. And when you have all of these things clicking at every cylinder, let me tell you what begins to happen. You begin to have an edge over other people. Okay, I was just doing a podcast, and those guys said, seemed like you seem obsessed, Coach Burt. I made a decision to go pro in my life, to leave my amateur desires behind, to quit playing small, to push through, and to go pro and have this competitive intelligence. I need to be clicking on every part of my nature. My body needs to be right, which means I need rest, proper nutrition, exercise. My mind needs to be right, Jason Connor, where I'm mentally engaged, stimulated to go. I've got big goals ahead of me I'm excited about. My heart needs to be engaged. I'm passionate. I'm enjoying this, right? And my spirit needs to be engaged. It's part of a bigger play. This is how you build competitive intelligence. It's an advantage. It's a slight advantage, but that's all you need in the world, okay? Now, if you're out there trying to build this in a team, most managers are poor equipped to do this. They've never been a coach. They don't understand the whole person theory. They don't have a rhythm and a system that they're keeping people focused on. So if I had to show you, we're actually doing a study on this right now, the cost of having bad managers, the amount of lost money that companies have due to poor management, you would be shocked, right? Good managers know how to do three things. Then we're going to take a break. They know how to recruit and attract. They know how to coach and develop. And they know how to retain and optimize. That's how you build competitive intelligence, is you show your people how to win. You show your people how to win. Now, Jack, we're going to pull up a text slide. Guys, if you just text in this number, I think it's Inside the Mind of a Monster. Is that right? If you just text in this number, I'm going to give you a copy of my book, Inside the Mind of a Monster. Tack it down while you're watching the show. Text it to me in a little bit. And when you text it, you're going to get Inside the Mind of a Monster, a bunch of free goodies just for watching the show today. I'm Coach Michael Burt. You're watching Super Coach. When I come back, I'm going to show you how to build a high prey drive environment, an environment that has very high expectations and people are coming in every day working to push through and fight through their limitation. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and you're watching Super Coach. My name is Coach Michael Burt, and I have a very basic premise. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Every single week I come to you, multiply your life and your money and your business. I see work as the distribution channel for your God-given talents. I wrote that little book called Changing Lives Through Coaching because I believe what? A good coach can change your life. Welcome back. I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Guess what I've been doing all day? Jason Connor, Eric White, Amanda Beener. Okay, what I've been doing all day is what I do every day, which is coach people to a higher level of performance. If you're out there, you're looking for a coach, now is the best time in the world to get in. $24.97. You don't get 1 year. You get 2 full years of coaching, plus a 2-day boot camp with me. Okay, imagine getting this every week. Every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, like pumping like just pumping right into your system, this positive motivation, this energy. But more importantly, it's methodology. We have developed a methodology over the last 10 years that gives you a competitive intelligence. You will win at a higher frequency. You will produce at a higher level. You will earn more income. You will live a better life. I'm telling you, if you have a coach, right? So thank you for joining me today. Today I'm talking about how to build competitive intelligence. I don't know why no one's written the book on this. I'm going to write the book on this because that's what I've been doing for people for 25 years, giving them a CQ, competitive quotient, which is an advantage in the market. I like to think the people we're coaching, Jack, have a competitive advantage over the other people. I like to think Kevin Jones, one of my real estate agents out there, that has an advantage over another real estate agent that's not getting coached. I like to think Khaleesi Dow, that played for me at Riverdale, has a competitive advantage versus other people. I like to think that Daniel Hodges over in Memphis has a competitive advantage over the other landscaping companies. You know why? Because he has a coach. Because he's got somebody pouring into him every week. So how do you build a competitive intelligence? Who you're being coached by can either give you a competitive intelligence or take that out of you. They can either build prey drive in you, which is instinctual ability to see something and go get it, or they can zap it right out of you. Okay? They could suck the life out of you, Joey Calvin, D. Richard Hodges. Like, who's coaching you matters. And so when you're thinking about this, Diego's got a question. Why does it feel like everything has been turned upside down because of the Rona? Hey, because it has been turned upside down. That's why it feels like it, which is even now the reason, Diego, you need a coach in your life. Teaching you strategy, techniques, Monday accountability sessions, right? Like you just pouring into your life. Like, the better the coach, the better the team. You're looking for somebody who's done it. You're looking for somebody who's played at a high frequency. You're looking for somebody who brings an incredible amount of energy. You're looking for somebody who's got a freaking competitive intelligence. That's what you're looking for. What about your kids? Who's coaching your kids matters almost more than anything in the world, because they're giving them this competitive intelligence. So think of it. You have all these, right? Like, I wasn't the smartest guy in my class. I finished 8th, I think. Okay, mainly thanks to Tanya Halliburton, who finished 7th. She sat right beside me and guided me and coached me through and helped. I finished 8th in my class and she finished 7th. But I scored poorly on probably IQ test, on I don't remember all the tests I took when I got my master's degree. I took a test there. When I worked on my doctorate degree, I took tests there. Like, there's a lot of people who have a higher IQ than I do. But my competitive intelligence, my prey drive intelligence, and we're developing a test to measure the prey drive in a person. Won't that be interesting? Okay? We're developing a test to measure how much prey drive you got. So when you're building these teams, you want high prey drive people, big engine people, show up early, stay late people, come with batteries included people, right? Like, that's kind of what you want, guys. So where do you get it? I was thinking today, I was trying to do on my fan page. If you guys get over to my fan page, Coach Michael Bird, I'm going to be pumping out some cool content. And I was trying to do a live today, midday, but the technology wouldn't let me do it. And I was going to talk about, what do I do midday when I'm not feeling it? What do I do when I need to find another gear? And almost every time that I'm not feeling it, I remind myself that I'm a professional. And you know what I do? I take action on something. I pick up the phone, I call somebody, I send a video, I send an email. Anytime I'm not feeling it, I change my state of energy and I create energy. And I bump that energy up, okay? And that's what I do when I don't feel like I have it clicking at a high enough frequency, because I want that competitive intelligence. Somebody, I don't know who it was, that said 90% of winning is showing up. Here's what I would tell you. They're right. 90% of winning is showing up, but not just showing up every day. Think of it as my prey drive is activated. There is a persistence to it. The third piece is there is an intensity to that prey drive. And the intensity is veracity of attack, mindset, attitude. Boom. Let's go do this. Colleen, that's what we're talking about. Let's go do this. So today, guys, I've been talking about how to build a competitive intelligence. Here's what I would tell you. If you're watching me, you like what you see, I want to be your coach. I want you to get into Monster Producer. I want you to take advantage of this 2-year special that I'm running. We'll put that into payments for you. 2-day boot camp at my lodge. We're about to crank that lodge up, Jack. Soon as the governor lets me crank it up, I'm going to crank that lodge up. We're going to have people there, and we're going to have a great time, and I'm going to coach them in an intimate setting, and we're going to build this intelligence, this slight advantage. If I could give you an unfair advantage, Garrett Smith, would you take it? That is a competitive intelligence. So who's coaching you matters. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I'm Coach Michael Burt. I'm going to show you the text slide as we leave. Text this number in. I'll give you a copy of my book, Inside the Mind of a Monster. Just text that in. I give you Inside the Mind of a Monster. And who knows what else old Coach Bird will throw in there. Maybe a strategy session. Maybe a free session to come sit in on Monster Producer. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and this has been Super Coach.